Hello and welcome back to the World Bowls Indoor Championships. Ladies, quarter-final match for you here this afternoon. Sorry we're a little late, the previous session overran slightly, but getting underway now. They've had the two trial ends and the first bowl of the first end are going up. So, match here between Malaysia's Farrah and Australia's Sammy Atkinson. Malaysia leading off with the the jack in the first bowl. Incredibly good start there, followed up by a little trail from Sammy. This could really be an incredible matchup between these two. Having made it to quarter-final stage, certainly expect the quality to be really good in these games.
Between these two.
Good bowl there by Sammy, just sneaking inside of the short bowl there.
It's about that far short of the jack.
So, marker for this session is Emma. Done a few matches so far this week, so quite comfortable on the rink. Awesome trail there by Farrah. Confident shot down on the backhand, getting to the jack and tapping it across to her bowl.
Jack high.
Certainly the shot wood changing a few times already this end. Really pleased that you can all join us online on the live streaming for this game. Lots of support I know for both countries. And there are also 3 other games going on at the moment, and the live scores from all of those can be found on the World Bowls and Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. And we'll, as and when the ends tick up, we'll give you a little update on those as they progress to see who's going to make it through to the semi-final matches tomorrow morning.
Slightly over from Farrah. I don't think she'll be putting a backward there because Sammy's are just a little short, so sure they're just a little trying for a draw. So the games that we do have going on the other rinks, I'll let you know. Obviously no score yet, but Harry Goodwin. So England on rink 3, the next rink against Ireland. Then we've got Guernsey against Canada for the ladies singles. And then on rink 5 we've got New Zealand versus Scotland. And cracking wood from Sammy. Set away the shot and stay. She's always very vocal. You'll hear plenty of her during the afternoon. So 1-0 to Australia. Good start.
Good effort there by Farrah, almost picked the jack up on the way through. I don't know what words those were going to be.
And if you haven't guessed, you've in the commentary box again, you've got the waffler and the mumbler. And on camera's Daydreamer again. I think he's buffering, it took a few seconds to get through. So a slight technical issue for the last session, but seems to have started okay for this one, so hopefully we'll be on all the way through.
Yep, the sports centre next door is in darkness, but everything seems to be working here.
I'll just see Harry halfway up your camera there on the next rink along. Didn't seem to put off Sammy though. Just gets on with the game.
Hang around. Hang around.
Plays with fairly narrow woods, so probably wasn't even looking that wide.
Maybe not. Correct.
Quite a few bowlers favouring the narrow bowls this tournament.
Just move that down a bit more for you.
Yeah, pick that jack up really cleanly. Looks like she's holding. Not sure the their bowl's quite in there. Good effort, a little on the tight side, just wanted to slip around that bowl really, but promoted one of her own. First ball there coming well. There we go, I thought that was a little heavier, was going to play off the front bowl, but no, dead draw.
Well, if it was a measure before, it hasn't moved it much. It might have just made the difference. Players are entitled to measure if they so choose. They don't have to. You can call the umpire on.
Yeah, 3 shots after the second end, so the scoreline now 3-1 to Malaysia after 2 ends.
So both players just a little bit. Try again. Both players just a little bit over. Got my words out eventually. Yeah, good adjustment.
That far shy.
This one? Yes. I have wood in front.
Well played, Farrah. Nailed it this time. I haven't seen too much of Sammy. Not sure if she drives or prefers like she's playing more delicate weight. So sticking to that draw. Thought she might have looked to play it.
Yeah, I thought it would have looked inviting there under the blue.
Yeah, the front one just looks in a way to get to the jack. She could probably get down to the shot wood, but even then might be sitting and falling away. It's certainly not much room to get in there for her. Just out, but again a really good finish for Farrah. Well, I think the percentage shot for Sammy is to play the weight. If she gets a jack, worst case is she'll still be 2 down. She's probably going somewhere with it because she'll have a toucher. But if she's a bit wide, she might clip the outside one and take the other one and make 3 for herself. So for me, it feels worth taking a bit of a chance.
Not far away from it.
Yeah, so just clipping it and drifting away with that really delicate shot. That's what it always felt like. So 2 conceded. So certainly 2 really good ends from Malaysia to lead 5-1. So we'll try and keep you up to date with the scores over on rink 3. In the gents singles, England are 4-1 up against Ireland. On rink 5, it's now 3-2 to Scotland against New Zealand, and the other ladies singles is 2-0 to Canada.
Yeah, and you were talking about Sammy's driving last end. Funny story, when they arrived at the airport in Guernsey, they came on a later flight than expected, so the car hire was closed, so gave them a lift down to the hotel with instructions to pick all 3 of them up in the morning. So expecting Sammy, Razor and Ian, their coach, to be driving. Turn up the next morning, it's just Ian stood there. They'd seen the Guernsey roads on the way down to the hotel and decided it was not a good idea for them to drive the hire car, so had sent Ian, their coach, as tribute to drive on his own. So I think he's been driving around quite happily all week. I suspect there were a couple of close calls as there is in Guernsey, but he's worked out the filters and things. But yeah, that did make me chuckle.
More green, more green.
Yeah, if you're not used to the roads, it can definitely feel very tight. So it's good that you're here on the Facebook Live, the World Bowls Facebook Live, the World Bowls YouTube, the Guernsey World Bowling YouTube. If you got a particular interest in Shannon McElroy or Mike Stepney, then we've got a static feed over there, so it does show the cameras on a split screen, but there's no commentary, but you can keep track of how your person of interest is doing.
He's interested in this, not far away, just dipped under at the last second. A couple of good receiving bowls waiting though for her to play it with the 4th.
How short is that last bowl, please? Yeah, the last. Cheers.
Looks like 2 shots there.
Yummy.
Yeah, played it well that time. Managed to get to the shot bowl. Could potentially be a measure here. Maybe not. Players have decided. Mark is on her way up with 1 blue displayed. So another shot there to Malaysia. Currently leading 6-1 after 4 ends. Very good bowl. Found the jack well. Sitting just half forward short, so Sammy sticking there with the backhand. Very well played. Just run on a bit. Yeah.
Bit unlucky not to grab hold of it.
You're holding one. Your bowling's that far short of the jack.
Stuck inside second bowl there. Not quite shot wood, but certainly a good effort.
Hold one.
Well, that rested and just fell back to slightly the wrong side. I wonder if, well, I think Sammy's got to be confident in playing to this. Resting the shot bowl out might get 2. Resting the jack through could well pick up a 2 or a 3. So certainly options down on that backhand.
She's liking it.
Hold. Hold the jack. Hold to the jack. Get it. Get it. Yes.
Very well bowled. Does grab hold of it that time.
Is that 2 down?
So 2 shots away of Sammy Atkinson from Australia, bringing the scoreline up to 6-3 after 5 ends. So this being knockout play, they'll stop and move on to the next set as soon as one player is unable to win. So next end crucial for Sammy. Needs to pick up really. She could afford to drop one to still continue on with the next end, but going to be needing to make a couple of points here to put her in contention for winning the set.
Yeah, so talking about not quite playing all the ends on the next rink. They've played the first set, and Harry Goodwin's taken that one against Ireland. So England has taken the first set against Ireland in the men's singles. Over on rink 5, New Zealand against Scotland in the men's is 3-all, and on rink 4, the Guernsey against Canada for the ladies singles. Canada are 6-0 up, so just taking those opening exchanges. So both players just left it a bit short. It's straight number 1. You still fancy they're both going to get something inside of that?
I was about to say, if you were watching the first 5 ends of this match, both players confidently drawing much closer to that. Sammy demonstrating that well. Just travelling on a little. I was fairly confident that was going to slow down, but here we go. close to the jack there. Sammy doesn't really need to do anything drastic here.
No, it just feels like a draw for one. If you're playing anything else, it's a big gamble for the jack, so too much of a risk. If she misses, it's set over. Draw for one, even if you do miss slightly, you might drop one, but you've got an outside chance for the last end.
So now you've said that, actually looked to splat it on the forehand.
Well, yeah, they keep playing the opposite of what I say, so you never know. It's a sensible shot.
He's on a good track there.
Trotting along down the side, smiling.
So these players now all were either top of their group or have progressed through a initial playoff as a second place qualifier. Trying to think, these two were top of their groups? Or did Malaysia play this morning?
Now you're testing me. I'm trying to think who Malaysia had. No, Malaysia didn't play this morning. No, so she must have topped her group.
Sammy as well, right? Yeah. Oh no, Petal was pushed ahead of Sammy. Is that right?
No, Sammy stayed ahead of Petal.
I'm glad we got that one sorted out. Lots of competitors here competing in the World Bowls 2024 Indoor Championships. 30 countries represented. Whittled down now following the group stages to these quarter-final playoffs. So 1 point there to Australia, closes that gap a little further. Now 2 shots behind for the draw, 3 for a win of this set.
Sammy's certainly going short there. In fact, I'm not even sure that's up to the tee. Maybe it is.
Oh, the marker asked the question of how far the mat was up. Peering out the hutch window here, and I know it is right back on the tee, so front of the mat is on the tee there at this end, so as long as the jack has passed the little tee on the floor, it should be up. Which, given this camera view, you can see nicely down onto the green and see the position of that short tee compared to the jack. And now the shot bowl that's come in.
So Sammy's got in there early, very important. Needs two for the draw, 3 for the win of this set. Taking her time to set herself up.
incredibly close again. I think wanted to catch a bit of the jack there.
Yeah, she was saying tuck it in, but maybe clipping it was okay. Bit fortunate there, a little bit over the weight. Carried it, took it away from other bowls, just would have made it more difficult.
You're holding one.
How's that sitting in relation to Chef Atkinson on the back of the jack?
Almost level. Front of the wood, back of the jack.
Oh, chasing this one as well, she's liking it. Oh, just drifting through again. But Farrah knows where that danger is. She's got to make sure she's up this time, even if she does carry it herself.
Just like that then. Resting of shot wood and falling in for shot herself.
It's made it difficult to trail it. Still could be trailed straight back. Certainly much harder.
Delay once.
I think wherever she trails it, if she makes 3 somehow, there'll be enough room for Farrah. Well, there'll be more room for Farrah. She could get the second clean, just going for the tied set, which is fine. Back yourself to take the second set, to step up a gear. She certainly likes it.
Jackal ball. Jackal ball. Ball it up. Get it out.
So Sammy's certainly liking that one, and made enough to tie the set. Does Farrah trust her draw enough? I think she's speaking to her coach. Does she trust her draw enough to get within a foot, or is it a weighted shot? I'd say weighted from the backhand rather than the forehand. If she plays weight on the forehand, she might take her own off and drop more if she kills it.
Yeah, I'm sure Malaysian coach Eddie there will have some good words of advice.
Coming up to have another good look.
Duck clean, duck clean. Clean, people.
So Mike Stepney, 3 weeks away, was shouting out for Jack Clean, and he got it. I don't know what result he got.
But if you are interested, you can see on the static live stream available on the Going to Underball on YouTube channel, if you're keen to follow that game between Mike Stepney and Shannon McElroy of New Zealand. Wow, big weighted shot there from Farrah. Removes one of the Australian bowls, meaning that she wins the set. And a few options there to make a mess and prevent Australia picking up the number of shots they needed for the set draw or win.
Yeah, good pressure bowl. Anything on in the general target was going to help her. Still had to be done. So update across the board. We've got England took that first set against Ireland in the men's 10-1, but he's 3-0 down in the second. And Shannon McElroy of New Zealand against Scotland, Mike Stepney. They're 4-all just playing the last end, and that's the one that might put the jack in the ditch. And they're getting an umpire's measure, so that's close. And the other ladies' rink, Guernsey against Canada. Canada have taken that first one 8-0. So they won't play that last end, and they'll move on to the next set.
There we go. Mike Stepney won the measure there for shot on the last end of the first set in that match between New Zealand and Scotland. So he takes the first set.
So good to see the support for the players.
Just that.
Just in front.
Hold! Get it out there!
Great shot again. It's always worth being there for Sammy.
Yeah.
Get a result like that. Drag the jack was fine. Just missed it. Drift through the gap. Give yourself a really good backward.
Close effort there from Farrah. Does make it just past that back bowl, which gives her an option potentially with weight.
Still hold one.
A few second bowls there now.
Last one fell out past three. Yeah, just the one down.
So still a few second bowls held there by Farrah. Whether there's an option now for weight on the forehand. We'll get the two bowls out. They're pretty well lined up by the looks of things from the angles. Jack's also an option. Could be one at the back, another if she runs on. Played weight very well previous a couple of ends ago, so Sammy of course does still have that other wood, so a few options to weigh up. Decided to play some weight. Did make contact with the target bowl and pushed it out, probably holding a couple there.
Yeah, well played. Didn't quite catch it as full as she would have hoped, but still got it well. Just meant she turned her own a little bit further away, giving Sammy some room, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, still puts the pressure on the opponent.
It does. That's all you can do is ask them questions and see if they can respond or not. Didn't quite get in there, and that's why you ask the questions. If your opponent misses a shot, you can rack up some points. Sammy just trying to work out which is her closest, and then they'll go round.
Players seeming quite keen to measure in this tournament. Ian, do you have a preference when you play? You've played at this level.
Have I? It was a long time ago, I'm not sure I can remember.
Was it last year?
It was last year.
I was going to say, it wasn't that long ago.
You always give me stick about my my international achievements or ancient history. No, it's I quite often just call the umpire on. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you, and like that, they both got down and had the measure. So it would have been quicker to get the umpire on and just let them do the measuring for you. You can say it's also slightly safer. I mean, players generally were quite steady, but if you make a mistake, well, you're the one who's got to forfeit the shot. So although I'm a qualified umpire for that kind of thing, don't necessarily get involved. You ask a question, you get a waffle.
No, it's good. It was a full and coherent answer. Nice weight there with Farrah's first bowl, sitting jack high. So a bit of action in the other games. Ireland have done better in the second set so far, currently leading England 5-2 after 4 runs. Canada picked up one on the first against Guernsey. So currently leading 1-0, and 2 points have gone to Shannon McElroy of New Zealand. So he leads 2-0 over Mike Stepney of Scotland. Guys here looking for the jack or the shot wood. Finds the shot wood and sits in himself. Brilliant bowl. So both players keen to just play a little bit over the pace, give themselves a chance to touch the jack or get to one of the shot woods, even if it means they finish slightly behind. They've got the option for future bowls of making use of those bowls that are through the jack. Very good play by both.
Far am I short of it? What about my one?
As I say that, that's
Commentator's
5 foot
curse.
short.
See, now you get the same as me. You call something, they play the opposite.
Running ball, back ball, front of Jeffy.
Yeah, John.
And they both just dropped one slightly short there.
here again, just outside of the shot bowl. You see what the idea was there, either bowl or jack, but just held on a little longer than she expected, I think. Drifting around the back, so that adds more benefit to her fourth shot to come, because if she plays that jack through, it could be worth a couple. So running close here, played with a little extra weight. Oh, it's pretty much the same bowl.
Yeah, carbon copy of the last bowl. Yeah, the cheers for Harry there. Harry Goodwin from England. He's just picked up a 3 there to tie that set 5-all. So here on our feature rink, 3-0 in the second set to Malaysia. Start. So firing on the next rink. We're just collecting a bit of debris.
Come on, you look at it.
Slightly unlucky from North, from Farrah.
Well done, Harry.
Still one to Sammy.
Jack high. This one is that shy.
So a couple of questions of the marker just to understand the position of the bowls in the head so that they can make a informed decision about whether that backhand is still playable or not. Looks like it probably is for Farrah there, playing down onto the blue bowl.
Looks like she's playing a bit more weight to it though. A bit more weight than I was thinking. But if you play it like that, well, and you're confident, go for it.
Must have been talking to Ole doing his curling. Ole's the Swedish chappie that partnered with Ali for the pairs. He's a curler.
It's a curler where they will play a stone onto another stone, yes.
So around the whatever the centre of the curling called.
Target.
Yeah,
I don't know that one. I was thinking you were the curling expert there for a minute.
The only thing that's been curling this week is your sandwiches.
Been so busy in the rabbit hutch that lunch has been taking a while to finish, so been sat there all afternoon and quietly curling up. It's not just the time, it's the heat in here.
Yeah, by the end of the day, your lunchbox has got his own little ecosystem going.
Bake for 12 hours at 30 degrees. Well, we've done well today. It's taken until 4:15 before we start to go crazy in the hutch.
So much quality on the green, so little quality off. I mean, to go from the weight she used for that firing shot down to drawing within that sort of distance.
Yeah, it's brilliant
Impressive.
adjustment. Yeah.
Sammy looking at a firing shot of her own between those two front bowls, splitting the blues. Would leave her with one, potentially two.
Step front, get it right.
Good effort there, Sammy. You have to go wide.
Yeah, just caught the front foot at a bad angle. Need the ball impacting the head behind. Certainly had to try it though, looked good between the two of them. Two shots there going to Malaysia, so after 3 ends, scoreline now standing at 5-0. Sammy does need to win this set to keep Australia in the match.
Yeah, so 6 shots needed.
So a little update on the battle on rink 2 between Harry Goodwin of England and Simon Martin of Ireland. Go on, you better give the update then.
We're covering rink 2, so do you want to try rink 3 instead?
Oh, rink 3. Sorry, I thought you meant there was 3 shots going somewhere. No. So on rink 3, England currently now leading the second set, 6-5 on their last end here. Ireland needing to win it, having lost the first set to England, so nice little end there for them. Other 2 rinks are all tied up, so Guernsey Canada second set is 1-1, and New Zealand Scotland second set is 2-2 at the moment after 2 ends. Firing shot somewhere.
Yeah, Harry's just drawn a front toucher, so Simon needs a good shot. Oh, he was looking to open it up.
Well, he needs to score 2 really to win the set, having lost the first.
Yeah, and by missing that firing shot, he's now got a big, tall order to get it.
Good bowl again there by Farrah. I think she's managed to get that one in the count. Perfect weight on it.
Or something.
Finishing a good home for Sammy. That'll come in handy for the end. She gives her an option, whatever.
Close again, just arriving with the weight. Yes, I think it's probably a third bowl. Does pile the pressure on Sammy Atkinson of Australia there. Just stepping back from the mat, letting I think Simon Martin finish his bowl.
Hurry, Stone.
Looking close, needs to hang on a bit. Yes, played that very well. Picked the jack up clean, holding what looks to be possibly 1 or 2 shots there. Certainly needed, was 3 down in the head, converts that well to definitely 1 up. Farrah just coming down to take a look.
So Farrah getting some advice from coach. I suppose it depends if it's 1 or 2, but one of those is locked in, which will take away the second, if it is second. But she can't go too much because Sammy is touching it and she's got the backward as well. Well, she was probably hoping to get inside that one, but that's a very useful bowl because it means Sammy is just going to be a bit careful not to spring the jack too far on the forehand.
Yeah, probably looking for a bit of a different connection there to bring the bowl into the head or promote her up in either of 3 woods really. Just got a little on the outside. So final end completed in that match between Harry Goodwin of England and Simon Martin of Ireland. Harry picking up 2 shots on that final end to win the second set 8-5, so winning in 2 straight sets there for Harry. He'll progress through to the semi-final match tomorrow morning. Good ball by Sammy. Want to be tentative, not disturb the head too much, so you can understand why she fell just a little short there. Looks like they agreed on one shot. I was expecting the measure to come out there, but one shot goes the way of Sammy Atkinson of Australia. Current scoreline 5-1 after 4 ends.
Update for you on the other rinks as well. So you mentioned the England-Ireland men's game. You've got Mike Stepney and Shannon McElroy. So New Zealand, Shannon from New Zealand is 4-2 up in that second set after Scotland got the first one. And so Guernsey, Canada on ring 4. Is so Canada took that first set and is now 3-1 up in the second set. Sammy overplayed it again. Certainly gives her a big decision for her last bowl.
Throwing that well again. Brilliant ball by Farrah, just sat short of the head. Does mean that Sammy has to split those. Well, we'll probably end up splitting those now if she plays them and might not get the jack clean. Leaving that third bowl of Farrah's there. Certainly changes the angles a lot, which is why Sammy's just gone to have a chat with her coach.
So is she going to play with weight?
Certainly is, Ian. Strongly down on the forehand. Looking to impact on either of those two short bowls. She's on the outside. Leaves Farrah with plenty of room, unfortunately.
Well played by Farrah. Picks up 4 and Sammy can't do it in the last 2 ends. She could pick up 8 to draw, but draw's not enough. So if you can't win it, then you don't play the ends. So well played, Farrah from Malaysia, beating Australia 2 sets to 0. And just before we sign off, we will give you the scores on the other games. So England won 2-0 against Ireland. We've got in the men's singles, in the other ladies singles, we've got Canada versus England. Canada took the first set and are 4-1 in the next set. Canada versus Guernsey. On the final game, we got Scotland, who took the first set against New Zealand, and New Zealand are 5-2 up in the next one. So we'll be back fairly shortly for the other half of the quarterfinals. So another 2 games of men's singles, 2 games of ladies singles, and our feature rink. Just remind myself, but it will be New Zealand versus Malta in the ladies singles.